Hello everyone, welcome to a little rocket lab, a Stardew Valley inspired automation builder game that just released into a playtest. Should be available for you guys on the Steam list as well to take a look at. Link in the description as usual. Figured we'll take a quick look at this, start a new game, and I'll show you around a little bit. Alright, so the game starts up with a little bit of an introductory cutscene where we get to actually understand the story a little bit. So we're informed here that this Ilonka is one of... Does it pronounce like that? Ilonka? Maybe? Something like that. We're informed that little girl right here is called Morgan, and that's the character we are playing. And we're currently somewhere outside of a factory. Okay, so it looks like we're about to leave this place, and we don't really want to do that. We want to continue working on something called the rockets. Alright, so it seems like Ilonka here is trying to persuade us that we need to leave. We can't stay, despite how much we wanted to. But maybe we can work on the rocket a little bit later again. And it seems like she agrees. Promise? Take that as a yes. Alright, so it's been about 10 years apparently, and we're on our way back to our aunt Ilonka, and we met this old friend of ours, Veronica, apparently. It seems like we are not only going there to visit, we're actually moving in. Right, so I think I see where this is going. It seems like we are going back in the hopes that the rocket project has continued with our auntie's supervision. With the expectations is that it should be close to finish now. I mean, it's been 10 years, so that makes sense if she's actually been working on it. Seems like Veronica, unfortunately, knows more than we do. Alright, so we just stepped off the train here, and Veronica informs us that she will go to our aunt's place later to see if we are settling in. Do I still remember where I'm going? Maybe? Not yet? I'll find my way there. You feel like if you've been there before, you should be able to find your way there again. Right? That should be fine. So I think you can see from this the inspiration from Stardew Valley quite clearly, right? You have the city that you're developing, you're going to be having different interactions with the citizens and making people like you, and then on the side of that you also have this kind of building experience of you producing this rocket. It seems really interesting actually. I've been playing a good about an hour before this, just to kind of get the feel for the game, and so far I've been really enjoying it. Lots of different biomes as well. Wonder if that's my mother's grave, maybe? Looks like we have Ilonka here. And we start with chapter 1, it's in the spring. Alright, a new day. I should talk to Auntie, maybe she can open up the rocket silo and I can take a look. She sounds so excited. Alright, so here we are. We have a few different things laying around on the floor here. So we have a bearing right there. We have a few gears laying right here. We'll pick all of those up. Can also go and loot this chest right here. Pushing R takes all of that into our own inventory. Tomorrow's going to be a beautifully sunny day. Like that. Bed allows you to save and rest, so there's a day-night cycle in the game. More stuff to pick up. Let's go out, helping out with the rocket. Top left corner you can see that we have a mission statement for what we need to do. So right now we're working on the helping out with the rocket mission, and we need to talk to Auntie to start it up. I'm guessing this is Auntie Ilonka. I really need to like struggle a little bit, making sure I don't put in another I, so it becomes Ilonka. That just rolls off my tongue way easier than Ilonka. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I can see more barrels. Let's go look at the barrels over here. Maybe there's something good in them. Got a few iron ore. All right, we'll take those. And also some copper ore. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. We also have... Is this also copper? No, that's coal. All right, let's take a look here. What does Auntie has to say? How was your sleep, my dear? It's good. Thanks again for letting me stay, Auntie. I really appreciate it. Letting you stay? Nonsense, my dear. I'm just happy to see you again. I was wondering how work here has been going at the rocket silo. Maybe you should show me around. Silo? No. There's no need to go poking around there. But I thought maybe I could help out. There's no need to concern yourself with that. We have plenty of work to keep us busy around here. Why don't we get started by breaking down some of this old equipment in the yard? I still have your mother's old hammer here with me. You should have it. In the opening cinematics, there was actually a discussion around the hammer, and I think this is a callback to that. I think we probably left the hammer and she's kept it. It's a sentimental value. Make sure to take good care of it. You can use it to break apart almost anything. New tool. 1 hammer. Remove 10 old buildings from the yard. Alright. So we have the little hammer right here. You can open up your inventory with tab and you can drag these over to whatever slot you want. The top slot correlates to the actual toolbar numbers. And then you can also cycle through different toolbars. Nothing new there. So we need to destroy 10 things. So by taking our hammer and right clicking, we can destroy things. And it gives you, in this case, stone as well as iron plates. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, maybe it took a little bit more than 10 items, but I cleaned up the left-hand side here. So let's see what Auntie has to offer us. That looks much better. Look at how much you've already gotten done. My back is so sore already. I'm a city girl. I haven't actually done heavy work before. Oh my dear, we barely even started. Now let's try to turn some of these components into new conveyor belts. Alright, we do have conveyor belts already here, but they are like old ones. They don't work anymore. Take a look at the journal I gave you by pressing escape and try to craft some conveyor belts by hand. So if we hit escape, we have a bunch of things that we can craft. So everything that we have found seems to be in here. So we have the coal that we clicked on before. We have the copper ore that we picked up. Probably some basic stuff as well, so like this wood. I don't think we have picked up, so that's probably just available from the start. You see some gear, some bearings, some... Is it bearings? 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 I don't know. I'm not English. Ask someone else. I don't care. Buildings, assembler, conveyor belt, furnace, item receiver. We need some conveyor belts. Does it say how many we need? We need 10 of them. So if we just hold this button, I guess, it will give us 10 eventually. And you don't have to continue clicking it. I really like UIs that doesn't force you to click over and over again, because that is super annoying. Like, just allow me to hold the button anytime. Same thing with the hammer, you can just hold the button and it will continuously do it. There should never be... I don't know why they started with this idea everywhere in all the games. Maybe it's the clickers that did it. Where everyone is supposed to click every time you're supposed to do something. Like, no man, just let me hold the button. There's a reason, there's a way to hold in button. Now let's take a look at what we put together. Those are some mighty fine belts you built there. You got a real knack for this. Yeah, I held the button like I was told to. Try placing them under some of the crates around the yard, as well as picking up and putting down some crates. You can change the direction of conveyor belts by pressing F before you place it. You can also remove and pick them up again by hitting them with your hammer. Alright, so if we want to build some conveyor belts, I think I'm gonna move these away because I don't think I need basic resources on the toolbar. So if we build some conveyor belts, we do it with right click, and it seems like it is a one click and then another click to where you would like it to go. So if we do that, we can have... it's moving me myself as well. Interesting. And then I can use the hammer to just get some new ones. So it seems like resources then is not actually used up very much unless you are crafting it into something. Okay, and I can build it underneath items and it will pick up the items automatically. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. It said also that you can put down a conveyor belt and then put one of the crates on top of it. Okay. Who do we have here? Is this Veronica again? It says we should talk to Auntie, but I think we'll say hey to Veronica. Hey Morgan. Wanted to check in to see how you're doing. How's your night? Good. Auntie has spared room upstairs that I'm using. It's cozy, but I like it. Is cozy considered a bad word? That sentence is like kind of weird to me. I think cozy is a good thing. Like, if someone says that, oh yeah, it's a really cozy room, I don't take that as a negative. So why do you have to say, but I like it afterwards? Shouldn't you just say, I like it? It's cozy, I like it. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. And she's already put me to work cleaning up the place. Tell me about it. Aunties and grandmas, dude. Every time. Oh boy, I can't say I'm surprised. Make sure to stop by the town later when you get a break. There's a few different shops you can check out. My fiancée, Jamie, runs the local bakery. Wait, you're engaged? I never told me this. Right, sorry. We have a lot to catch up on. Perpetually engaged. We've been putting off the wedding for a year now. It's not too uncommon, is it? Bakery hasn't been doing so well, and it's hard to prioritize a wedding when you're not sure how longer we can keep the doors open. Ah, I see. Jamie is sweet, but is not great at prioritizing. Can't run a business if he doesn't try to make more sales, or actually charge people for things. Giving things away is a really bad business idea. I'll make sure to stop by later. My coffee fix alone might be enough to turn things around. Me too. I would imagine you'll need it. Good luck with cleanup. I think Ilonka... I said it right. Yay, Ilonka is going to keep you very busy. I will keep myself very busy, girl. Thank you for asking. I think I'm going to be trying to write a new composition later today. Alright. Best of luck. Looks like you've got the hang of this. There's only so much scrap to break apart though. You'll need to produce components from scratch if you want to keep building new machinery. First step is to use a furnace to smelt ores into bars. You can make a furnace by mining the nearby rocks from stone. Sounds very much like what you would expect from something like Factorio. You can find the blueprint for a furnace in your journal. Try building one and filling it with coal and iron ore. You can mine nearby deposits by hitting them with your hammer. You can also rotate the furnace before placing it. Alright. So, craft a furnace using the journal and place it. Escape opens that up. The furnace, we just need some stone. Looks like we already have that, so let's craft the furnace. And we need to also place it. So, furnace down there, or rotate it. Very nice. Plonk, add coal to the furnace. Do we have any coal? I don't think we do. Then we identified this as coal before, so I guess I can use my hammer to just knock off a few coals. That should be pretty good. That's a good number. 20? 20 is a good number. Let's go with 20. And we'll put those into here. Again, the fact that you can just hold the button, it's impossible to say how good that is. And let's put some iron into here as well. Produce iron bars, and we did it. We're now producing automatically iron bars. Looks like we get a little pop-up here as well, indicating that it's full. Do you look at that? Still warm and everything. Since these furnaces only have one input, you need to load coal or ore by hand. University might have a blueprint for a better type of furnace, alright, so I can get some research to improve my productivity. Next step is to use an assembler to produce items automatically. Crafting things by hand takes too long and will only get you so far. Try building an assembler. After you place it, your journal will open so you can select what you want the assembler to build. Try feeding it iron bars from the furnace using conveyor belts. Then you won't need to load it by hand. You'll need to power the assembler by placing a nearby power pole. You can connect nearby poles together to get power from the house. Alright. Something that I did learn about this game when I was testing it out a little bit. You have to use conveyor belts to input stuff. You can't actually input it directly from a furnace into an assembler. We're gonna build an assembler and we're gonna put said assembler down right here. It also said that we needed to build iron plates, I think. And we also needed to power it, which is needing a power pole. I think I'm gonna do 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. We'll do 4. Better have plenty than too few. And these have a range. You can see that the cable itself is connecting when we are close enough. So I'm just gonna put down a few of these to cover this area. That seems pretty good. And we then need a little conveyor belt right here. And that should be starting to produce what we need. There we go. We can now pick up the iron plates and we're done. Hey Auntie, I did it! Excellent work! Now we need to take these iron plates and turn them into conveyor belts automatically. Alright, so building our first little mall here. Build a second assembler using your journal and configure it to make conveyor belts. You can chain these 2 assemblers together with conveyor belts so that the iron plates from one assembler are fed directly into the next one. Makes sense? So same thing there. You're not actually able to input the assemblers directly into each other. They have to go through one of these conveyor belts and then into where they need to go. So let's build another assembler. Same thing here. When we place this down, we get this handy little pop-up right here. We just tell it to make conveyor belts. And we're now producing conveyor belts. Let's go talk to Auntie. I saw her actually going into the building. It seems like during night she spends time inside, which I guess makes sense. You want to be in and chilling. There is, as I said, a day-night cycle. If you look around a little bit here, you'll also see that we have this silo that was available in the early game. Not in the early game, in the opening of the game. We were actually sitting in this corner. So let's go inside and let's talk to Auntie. Let's see what she has to say. Hi, Auntie. Last step we need is a way to collect items you produce automatically. Try building a receiver using the journal and connect it with conveyor belts to the output from the last assembler. Then you can open the receiver and take items directly out of it. Alright, so if we go here, we have a receiver right here. We can build one of those. And we can then go out and place down our new receiver. Just like that. And a conveyor belt to actually put it in. And we get that little pop-up indicating that, hey, there is actual receivers here, and we can click on it to pick them up from inside of our receiver. Very nice. I like to have my cola at the very end of everything, every time. That's like a thing from when I was playing Factorio. Collect 10 conveyor belts in the receiver. Okay. Well then. Seems like that's not a thing. You know what? We can do this. We can do this. If I do that, I should be able to just place them into here. So we're putting iron plates directly into the assembler that's making the conveyor belts. Seems pretty good. And let's pick up our 11 conveyor belts. So we now have 23 and a way to continuously produce them as long as we have enough ore. Alright, Auntie, I did it. Look at that, just humming along. Really takes me back, how I miss the sound of the factory. Auntie, why won't you show me the rocket silo? I'm sorry, Morgan, but we can't work on the rocket. In fact, you should stay out of the silo entirely. The main doors are seized shut anyways. But I could... no. And I would prefer if we don't talk about this anymore. She's very defensive. If you're looking for something else to help with, perhaps you can help me with repairing Pico. Some of his parts have worn out. So this is a little robot that we had as like an assistant when we were a child. I was meaning to build the replacement parts myself, but time got away from me. Go see Rebecca at the university. She can help you research the parts needed for his repairs. Press M to open your map and I'll mark where the university is for you. So Rebecca was mentioned by Veronica as well, so she probably already knows that we are here. Seems like the university is right here, and you can see that we have a little bit of a map here with some different locations that we can go to. So let's head into town and let's see if we can have a little chat with Rebecca. Alright, so an early look at the town. Kinda nice, kinda nice. Oh, you passed out from exhaustion. Well, whoop-de-doo. Days without accidents 1. Alright. I wonder if there can actually be accidents then? Oh no, I stayed up past midnight again. Does that do anything? Hi, Auntie. Tennis ball. I just picked up a tennis ball. Nice. Alright, our mission is to go to the university, so let's head over there. Let's see if we don't fall asleep this time. I don't know if it has any impact. In Stardew Valley, right, you have energy. That impacts if you don't go to bed in time. I haven't seen any energy meter at this point, at least. It might be that that's just an introductory thing, and eventually we will be introduced to that. So, from previous experience, I know that this is the library. If we take a look at the map, you will see that it's right where we are at. It's actually a university, it's not a library. Hello over there. Hello, sorry, I don't think we're open right now. Not even for me? Little me? Wait, Mo? No way! I can't believe you're still going to call me Mo. Mo, it's been so long. Veronica told me that you were back in town. I told you she would snitch on us. Are you staying with your aunt? Yeah, I'll be at her place for a while. I was hoping to help her with the rocket, but she doesn't seem to want to talk about it much. It's been a hard last few years for a lot of people, your aunt included. Alright. That was hinted at on the train as well. People are not traveling to our town that much anymore. She used to come in here all the time for research, but over time it's really slowed down. I actually haven't seen her stop by in months now. Months, huh? Is there any way I can help you guys out? Auntie gave me a list of parts needed for repairing Pico. But some of these I'm not sure how to make. Can I take a look? You can certainly draft up the blueprint for these. You're going to need a lot of materials though. I could also come up with some blueprint for a drill for you, something you could use to mine rocks automatically. Okay, that's the one thing we were missing for our production of the conveyor belts that we have at home. Seriously, you would do that for us? I'd be happy to. Truth be told, even the university has been short on funding, so there hasn't been any money for research. And with that, finishing my masters. Honestly, this is the most interesting thing to come by here in a long time. If you want to start a new research item, first see me at the desk here to select what you'd like to research. After you do that, there is some additional help I'll need you from that. There is some additional help I'll need from you. All right. So we'll select a research and she'll let us know what we need to actually provide her to complete said research. To draft new blueprints, you need to deliver components that I can use for my research. When you select a new research item at the desk, it will list what components you'll need to deliver. Once you've finished creating the requirements, you can drop them in the chute here anytime. You can also inspect the Dropbox itself to see your current progress. Right, I'll get started on that right away. Thanks so much, Rebecca. Anytime. Come see me once you're done. Alright, new research is available at the university, and we need to research tier 2 components at the university. Who are you? Hi, I don't think we met before. I'm Morgan. Morgan, I've heard about you. You just moved in with your uncle, right? Wow, word travels fast around here. I did, yeah. It's been a long time, but it's good to be back. This look like the university scholars. Are you a student? I am. Oh, sorry, I'm Noor. Just moved here last year. I'm working as a research assistant for Rebecca while I finish my undergrad. Ah, she's gonna help us with her research. It's been a bit of an adjustment. Rebecca isn't really one for conversations. I hope she doesn't think I'm a nuisance. If I remember right, she can take a bit to get to open up, but I'm sure she'll do just fine. Thanks, I hope so. How cute. Does she now show up in our friends list? She does. So now we can see Noor here. You can see that it's still a playtest, so there is some parts missing. For example, the description for each of the characters seems to just be the lore ipsum statements and a short description of where they live. Still find the game very promising from what I've seen so far. Alright, let's take a look at what we can actually research then. Hello Mo, what would you like to research? Looks like we have a few different things. So tier 1 research, we can research the drill. We also have tier 2 research, which needs gears, bearings, as well as copper wire. For that, we would be able to produce heat sinks, stator, and small motors. And for the drill, we would be able to produce the drill, and it will cost us gears. Okay, maybe we'll start with the drill then. I know our mission is actually to do the tier 2 one, but I imagine having the drill might make the tier 2 one a little bit easier. Perfect, once the requirements are delivered, we can get started on drafting the blueprints for you. Very good. So, to make said drill, actually is there anything inside of here that I can kind of just yoink for myself? Undergraduate submissions. Chalkboard has been marked with do not erase in large letters. Becca's name is listed as author of several of these papers. She's a smart girl, huh? Lovely little place. I'll see you soon, ladies. So, we need to put stuff into this guy. Right now we need 60 gears. So if we go here and we'll place all of our gears into this. How do I do that? What if I want to move all of you? There we go. So that's 32. We need another 28. I can't help but notice there's a lot of stuff around here. And if there's something I've learned in these kind of games, is that you're allowed to steal anything, right? So we're just gonna knock this down. Yeah, I think it's probably considered clutter by their standards anyway, right? So we'll just help them a little bit. We'll clean this up and we'll see if we can get some gears done. Alright, so that gave us 28 gears. How much more did we need? Wasn't it 28? And we got 24? Of course. So we need another 4. Something that you can do here is you can put a conveyor belt in. And that actually connects to this one, so you can automate the whole process. So if you want to, you can go and you can build a assembler. And then with said assembler, we can place that down right there, but in the other direction. Just like that, and it will be producing gears. Just need a little bit of power for him. So we'll build a... we need gears for that, okay. I could just build the gears now, but just for the sake of showing you guys how this works, I'm gonna make these gears, and we'll set up a small production wing here so you can see the automatic production as well. Alright. 1 power down there. We have this small wind turbine here. It's producing 2000 watts and we're currently consuming 500. So there's a limitation to how much power you need to produce as well. It's not just endless. And if we go into our assembler right here, it takes iron plates to produce gears. It produces 45 per minute. So if we take our iron items and we put them into here, it will spit out gears, and you'll see in the top left corner that we just finished the mission. And it does no longer accept more gears, so let's get rid of this. And let's go inside and see if they have our drill available. Hello, lady. Rebecca. Hey Mo, the blueprint for the new drill is ready. This should help you save your lower back. Yeah, you do not want to be mining by hand. That is not good fun. Working on this has actually been fun. In fact, it's given me some ideas for new types of machines you could build. Make sure to stop by the desk to let me know what you'd like to research next. Alright, new blueprint, drill level 1. Ah, we got a photo as well, that's cute. These are like memories, maybe? Are those the ones that we can see here? They are. Look at that, that's nice. Alright, next up we need to research tier 2 components as well, so let's do that. Hello Mo, what would you like to research? I would like to research the tier 2 one, please. We have a splitter as well, a robotic arm that picks up items based on a configurable ratio, used for splitting an incoming belt into more than one output belt. Alright, that can probably be useful, but let's get this tier 2 unlocked first. Can you do more than one? Change the current research to splitter? No. Okay, you can only do one at a time. Perfect, once the requirements are delivered, we can get started on drafting the blueprints for you. Very nice. We're gonna need a lot of gears, we're gonna need a lot of bearings, and we're gonna need a lot of copper wires. So that means that we should probably do one at a time. I have a question. If I do this... Can I then take you and put on there, 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 and there? And they will all go into this? They will, okay. So I can join, but I cannot split. Is what I'm learning from this. Let's knock down these leftover poles. I don't know who this would have been after. Maybe it was me. Maybe she helped me with research even when I was a kid. So we're actually going all the way back in time here. Hello, dude. Where are you? What? Hello there, miss. What can I do for you? Hi, I'm Morgan. I just arrived here the other day. Oh yes, I remember you getting off at the station. Are you spying on me, dude? What's what? I'm what? I run the train station here in town. Alright, you're not spying on me, you just work there. Fair enough. Nice to meet you, Watts. Does the station keep you busy? Oh, less so than it used to. You saw how busy the train was on the way here. I think our only 2 passengers were you and Miss Veronica. We used to get regular shipments of ore in, but that stopped a long time ago, right about when the silo stopped needing new material. Thankfully, the rail company has kept the station open. I don't know what I'd do if it was closed completely. Anyways, you take care, miss. Good to have another young face around here. Thank you, Watts. Alright, looking around a little bit here, I see some more trash that we can pick up. I guess our first mission of today is just to clean up a bunch. We're actually getting closer to night time as well. It's soon enough, 8 PM. And that seems to be everything on this side of the river. A little bit more up here to clean up. I really like how lived in the town feels. There's a lot of people just walking around like this. I hope you can talk to all of them and they all have personalities and stuff. I think that would be really cool. Alright, so if we need to do this, let's have a look at what we can actually craft. So we can craft an assembly conveyor belt drill, which we just unlocked. It needs iron plates and gears. Alright, and then we have furnace, item receiver, power poles, and small windmills. Okay. So if I wanted to make, say, the gears, I would put a drill down on one of these, which we would need a few more gears for. Oh, that is so convenient. You can, oh my god, I love that. You can just click on gears and it takes you directly to what you need to be able to craft it. And then you can go back and craft what you were doing. That is so convenient. I love good UIs, man. That is just fantastic. Let's make a furnace as well. We're gonna have to smelt this stuff. And we might as well just have a receiver available as well. A couple more gears and we should be having that as well. Just like that. The receiver. Oh, power comes from here. Okay. How much power do you have? You have 10,000 watts. I don't need this one. We can knock this one down. And we can take our power poles and we can build a power pole somewhere over here instead. Out of range. Ah, it's out of range for myself. I need to be closer. So if we place you right here, we can then have these guys extended a little bit further. Interesting. Do you put them in front of it? Does this tell me anything? Drill. Drills rock automatically and produces stone and ore. Drills must face a resource. Okay. So I guess facing means that the arrow should point away from it. So like that. And you'll be spitting that out. Yeah, good. So we do that. We'll build one of those guys. He will be... No. We need one of the furnaces. Because it needs to be smelted first, right? Like that. Pick that up. We don't have very much coal, so maybe we can do a coal setup as well. We're gonna need another drill then. Make some gears. I really like the UI in this actually. It looks surprisingly good for an early game. Considering that it's just a playtest at this point. With the belt. I'm getting tired. See if we can get this built before we go home. That's not it. Do that. Place that one, and that should be producing coal for us. Quite a bit. Let's put a limit so we're not having like endless amount of coal. It's currently 10 in the evening, so I should probably head back actually. It's getting quite late. You want to be producing iron bars, iron plates, yes. And then we want another one of these guys, probably over here somewhere. Another belt. And one more. Okay, we need to go home. We're gonna fall asleep over here otherwise. We'll be back. We'll be back. Alright, one more day without accidents, hopefully. Ah, it's raining today. That sucks. Can I pick these up? I don't have any. Okay. Let's maybe fix that. Let's make sure that we can have a drill here. Gonna need 6 gears. Just like that. That will be producing new belts for us all the time. Maybe we don't need like a billion belts. Maybe we can limit the amount of belts to something like that. I don't know how big a stack is. 100 maybe? We have 400 belts. That's probably enough. Let's go continue our little research setup here and let's see what we get from that. Looks like we farmed quite a bit of coal during the time when we were asleep. It's nice. Let's put that into our furnace right here. Looks like it holds about 15. And we are producing gears. So if we go into here, we can make another assembler. And we can then place that down right here. You will produce gears. And that looks pretty good. One of you. And one of the item receivers need more gears. We're actually producing gears, so I can just pick them up here. So let's do that. One receiver right here. Again, I don't think I need that much, so let's put you to like 2 stacks maybe? Maybe that's enough. It seems like this was 1 stack of 50, so maybe each stack is 50, which means that we have a little bit more gears than what we need. Other thing that we need is bearings as well as copper wires. Let's have a look at how we make a bearing. Probably here. It's just iron plates and then into bearings. So it's more or less the same as this, I guess. So if we want to, we can just get rid of these. And we're gonna need to get a drill. We need more more gears, please. Can I have all of these? And then we build a drill. We build a couple of assemblers I think we're gonna need. Should maybe even have... Okay, what if I do this? What if I build you there and we'll build... Need a furnace as well. 3 furnaces, probably 3, yeah. And then we place that right here with a belt in between them and a assembler to produce the iron plates. And then I want to put the iron plates into a box as well. And that should be producing our basics. And let's see, coal. Right over there. Broop. And that's gears, plates. We're gonna need the bearings, which we are gonna go you right here. We're gonna have another one probably right here eventually, because actually that's copper, so we probably don't want this guy. We probably don't want that guy. We want to have a drill, however, which means we need copper plates. Can you push R to pick these up? No. So now you're starting to see what this game is kind of becoming into. It's more or less Factorio, but in Stardew Valley. And you continue building up new stuff and learning new stuff. I don't know how they're going to incorporate this whole city relationship parts to the game. It's an interesting idea. You just early game don't see too much of it. Alright, so we have the gears producing, we have the bearings producing, and we now need the copper wires. We don't have any copper around here, so let's grab some coal with us and let's go down and see if we can find some. I think I saw some copper down here when we were cleaning up, and it looks like I was right about that. So let's get a furnace, let's get a drill built. We still don't have iron plates. Let's go up and pick up some more iron plates. So we're here now. Let's get to building these iron or these copper plates. I did notice that there seems to be electrical outlets on literally all of the houses, which is interesting. Am I just stealing power from people? Mayor's house? Let's steal power from the mayor's house. I guess. Gonna need some more power poles. I think power poles is definitely something that's probably worth actually building up here soon. Be able to have a few more of them. Seems like we already have the gears. I think I read 86 there for a while. And let's see, we want to have you guys onto here with a belt. And that will give us a bunch of copper wires. So I guess we can go to here and we can go deposit, and it will deposit everything that we can. We're still missing a few wires, a few bearings. All of the gears are done. So let's go see if we have the bearings done. Looks like we do. We'll go bonk those into here. Is there a button for this? Not sure. I'm sure the settings will tell you if you're actually interested. Now then, let's go see what this comes out with. That's another 9. We're gonna need a bit more than that. Okay, I just picked up the last 9 copper wires that we need, and we should be able to go and deliver this now to finish up our mission. And let's pick up tier 2 research. Maybe we can get our Pico done now. It's been a long time since Elonka asked me to research some new components for her. Makes me really miss how busy things used to be around here. These components are a bit more complicated than the previous ones we've been using. Some of them have multiple requirements, so level 1 assembler won't be able to build them. Come see me to research a new type of assembler that can craft them automatically. Alright. Alright. New blueprint heatsink. New blueprint stator. And a small motor. More or less what we expected. Research assembler level 2 at the university. What do we need for that? Hey Mo, would you like to research? So tier 2 research. We can make an assembler, and it seems like it needs heat sinks and gears. We should have the gears already. That should be good to go. Let's see what we need for the heat sinks. Should be able to find that right here. So heat sinks, heat sinks, heat sinks. There we have it. Just needs copper bar. Okay, it's easy enough. Then let's go set that up. We have this setup right here, which is doing our wires. I think we'll just leave that for now. That can continue doing what it's doing. Instead, I will set up a new line on the side of that right here. Alright, ended up actually overloading the circuit for the mayor's house here. So, yeah, sorry about that. Let's connect this together with the university, and we should be able to combine their resources, and hopefully that will be a little bit better. Can I put you there instead and get rid of this guy? Yes. That should hopefully be good. Let's get some coal in here. And we now have power everywhere, so let's get a few more of these assemblers. I just learned that I can open the crafting menu with C as well, which is way more convenient than the escape button I've been using up until now. Drills are fine. Maybe I would like some more furnaces, but I don't have the money for that. We can craft one more of these. And I think that is pretty good. So let's get this guy on here. He will be producing heat sinks. Really? Did that actually push it above load limit as well? Oh. I thought this was 10,000 watts. Isn't it? Maybe I'm above 10,000 actually. Yeah, I am. Okay. So we actually need more power. What if I do this? What if we place down one of these windmills? I think they only do 2,000, but that should probably be fine. The power is a little bit more fragile than I expected then, huh? Interesting. That's not good enough. We absolutely need you to be here for this to work. Yes. So there we go. One of the inputs there, and we'll just place a line onto that. All right. I think we have the gears and the heat sinks once these guys have been producing. Let's put the heat sinks in here. Not the heat sinks, but the gears. And let's go get the heat sinks as well. And we have the heat sinks as well. So let's put those in. And that is the research that we need. I think she has gone home. Can I still do this? Research desk hours 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go and take a nap before we are able to continue with what should be a better assembler. But I think for this video, we're gonna have to wrap up here. I've been really enjoying this game, so if you like this, then click that like button. If you hit the subscribe button again as well, maybe, just maybe, I'll make another video on this. Who knows? Not impossible. Never actually played Stardew Valley myself, so this is interesting to me. It's a easy way for me to actually get introduced to this. I'm very tired apparently. Keep finding tennis balls on the front porch. Do you know where they're coming from? Tennis balls? No, am I there? I have no idea. Is there a dog? Wait, what is that? There's a dog. Leo. Oh, hello there. Ah. Well, aren't you friendly? Auntie, do you know whose dog this is? No, I'm afraid not, my dear. No one around here has had a dog as far as I know. Does seem to have taking a liking to you, though. Are we gonna have a dog? Wait, he has a collar. Leo. Just a name. Are you lost? I think he's trying to find his way home. We'll look after him, at least until we find where he belongs. Sounds like a good idea to me. What do you think, Leo? I think he's happy to be here. Looks like you're staying with us, Leo. Leo is a subscriber. You should be too. Click that subscribe button. Come on, do it. Do it. I'll take a picture just like this together with you if we meet. Promise. Okay? You just click that subscribe button. Welcome to the family.